Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Well, hello, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. We're here because we've got more things to talk about. Some of your emails and the topics that you would like for us to handle. We'll deal with that as well. Thank you to everybody. Join us whatever platform you might be on, whether it be YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and maybe watching us a little bit later on Spotify. Glad you're checking us out. It's always more fun to watch, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can see, if somebody picks their nose, or
Oh, yeah, you can.
it might be me.
You never know.
It's we're all guilty of it. We've all been caught picking our nose or doing something gross on camera.
Yeah.
In fact, if somebody outside of the show in KVJ Nation wants to put a montage together, we would love that.
Yeah, it would work out.
A nose picking montage.
We just ain't got the time, but I think that'd be great.
Now, some of the stuff that I guess we have an update on to get to is, one, you were telling me that even after the second dirt, you'd seen an update on the disappearance, and it seems like abduction of Savannah Guthrie's mom. She's on the Today Show. Her mom is named Nancy, and is just so odd. 84 years old. Said she was sharp as a tack, had mobility issues, had some medication she had to take within 24 hours. It could really start affecting her health. In fact, I think they'd even said possible death. I'd seen something about her pacemaker stopped syncing up with her iPhone or something like that, which I don't know what that meant.
I don't either.
It's one of the first things when if they're investigating a case, when people leave their medication or their wallet or their phone or whatever normal people would bring, you start to go, all right, is this foul play?
Yeah, and then I think they'd found blood at the scene, but after doing a DNA scan on it, it was Nancy's blood. It wasn't any perp, at least that they had. And then TMZ supposedly received a ransom letter, looked like, where they were laying out details of the abduction scene, and it sounded like they had wanted some money. And here's the crazy thing. Apparently, you're saying they have a suspect, Virginia, on who it might be?
Somebody put, I got to make sure this was on TMZ, and it looked like TMZ, but let me just make sure that it wasn't a dupe and a fake. But they were saying it was somebody in the family.
Okay.
Which, look, that happens a lot.
Let me look and make sure this was TMZ and not somebody duping a TMZ page.
Oh, okay.
We'll wait.
Are you trying to get some news from TikTok again?
Take your time.
No, it's TMZ. So I don't know because people do this. They dupe pages to look like it came from TMZ when it's not from TMZ, and I didn't independently corroborate.
There's a lot of places that are going with this right now. It looks like OK Magazine, Yahoo, U.S. News, USA Today, Fox News, TV Weekender. They are saying that the suspect or a potential suspect is Savannah's brother-in-law, Tommaso Cioni.
Brother-in-law.
Yeah. So one of her siblings would be married to.
Her sibling is married to. Mm-hmm. Does he have a drug problem? Is he a crackhead?
Is there other things going on? Is he a deviant?
He definitely hurt her because there's blood at the scene. I'm looking pictures right now of blood from Nancy's house.
Wow.
So, if your family member did this and hurt her to where she was bleeding.
Well, think about the Rob Reiner case.
Yeah.
That's their son.
Horrifying.
The worst case scenario, your son.
Horrifying.
Yeah, I just hope that she is okay. That would just be heartbreaking if anything happens to Nancy. So I hope that they catch whomever is responsible for this, and I just hope mainly that she is safe. So who knows? Some people are pointing to Savannah Guthrie, I guess, went through a horrible divorce with her first husband, parted ways within 4 years. Well, he's, I don't think, in the mix on this. So I
He's
think
like,
that'd be
keep my
an
name out of your
onion
mouth. I got nothing to do with this shit.
Well, unfortunately, everybody's going to be a suspect.
Oh, if someone's missing, especially if you are a dude, you are going to be interrogated.
And especially if you're a dude that talked shit.
Yes.
Like usually ex-husbands have.
Get used to that chair for a minute. Because you're going to be here for a while.
You'll have to answer some questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is something from a couple days ago, and I think they're just trying to throw Hail Mary. She was married to a guy named Mark Orchard, 2005 to 2009. Apparently, it was a really nasty divorce, but it doesn't seem like he has anything to do with this.
A 4-year marriage. Yeah, something went terribly wrong there.
But also, too, sometimes shit like that goes down, and then there's a random act of craziness and violence or something weird. If they know for a fact that a family member's involved, that changes the dynamic.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying it according to those sources that Kevin just named. That's a lot of different gossip sites that are saying the same thing.
Yeah, I would imagine they've probably announced it, that the fact that they're all running with it. And, you know, sometimes one place will look at a verified source and they'll run their story and they'll actually credit it. And so that's how stories sometimes happen. I mean, if one credible source gets it wrong and everybody starts citing the credible source, that's how sometimes you go down that wrong path super fast. Like going, because that's what I do when I see it's being reported by 4 or 5 different places. But then when I do the deeper dive, I realize, well, they're all just citing, say, USA Today. Yeah.
Right.
And they're just kind of recopying it. So you think like everyone's vouching for it, but in a sense, it's still just one source that's saying it's true.
I trust one source that really never steers me wrong, and that is called the KVJ chat room.
Yeah.
I thought you was about to say the dirt of the day.
Fuck no.
You know the dirt of the day makes up half their shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's why we love it, because it's wrestling.
A couple other salacious stories that are out there. Newly released Department of Justice email show an anonymous woman contacted authorities in November of 2021 claiming Jeffrey Epstein associate Jean-Luc Brunel was 100 times worse than Ghislaine Maxwell and had trafficked women internationally for decades. She said she was among many victims and that those involved all knew. The email was sent months after Brunel's arrest in France on suspicion of raping minors. Brunel was later found dead by hanging in a French jail cell in February of 2022.
Dang.
And I know Epstein's name's always brought up because that's the thing that everyone's talking about. But do you know how many more Epsteins are out there? That's just one of many monsters.
Apparently, according to everything I'm seeing on Instagram and TikTok right now,
Shit.
all of Hollywood is run by an Illuminati of pedophiles that eat children's blood and sacrifice them, and it's just whoa.
I think I came on the air 3 times talking about how The Rock was eating monkey brains because Diddy said this is how you make it in Hollywood. Not a real story.
That one was fake?
That one was fake.
That one was fake. I'm just saying there's so much fake shit out there. You don't know what the hell to believe.
You don't. I mean, all this just has me spun.
It's crazy. Yeah, and there's another story. CBS News is withdrawing a 60-minute segment featuring Peter Attia, a physician and longevity specialist, after his name appeared more than 1,800 times in the newly released Epstein files. The interview, originally broadcast in October, had been scheduled to re-air Sunday opposite the Super Bowl. Whoops, there goes their counter-programming. Emails show Attia remained in contact with Epstein years after his legal troubles. And that is happening to some people that they're like, hey, man, we're not saying you did anything, but there's just too many references to you, and it's a little too close for comfort right now.
And we all know birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
If you guys were that close that you were emailing and hanging out all the time, like, you know what he's up to.
What does the Kevin Ralston think of the Illuminati? Do you think that's a viable thing out there, or is that just bullshit on the internet?
Yeah, no, I think there could be something to it. Now, one singular group called the Illuminati that everybody, links into, I don't know. But there are some organizations that are out there that actually have been named, and they're power groupings. There's one group of 300 elites that, in a sense, kind of run things. And they're not necessarily so behind the scenes. You can actually get names of who are in some of these groups. I think Vandenberg Group is another one. And so, like I said, the name Illuminati and that, I don't know if I'm into that. But yes, having elites say we need to be running the world and doing everything they can to pull as many levers and switches globally, I do believe. And in fact, they're even telling you basically they're doing that.
I think that's definitely a thing that happens. I'm talking about, is there just like this one even extra special group that goes, we're running everything on planet Earth. The moon is up because of us. Guys?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Don't ask me.
It's like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know shit.
Yeah.
I'm over here shook by the Epstein files.
I don't think that. That's what I'm saying. I think there are these other groups that are kind of running it. Now, the one thing that I think is crazy, and I don't know what the coordination is between these groups, and I'm not sure that they're all necessarily linked together, but the stuff that had come out with the child sacrifice and all that, I would say that's possible. Not far-fetched and outlandish. And that, to me, is what's really getting disturbing is some of the stuff that we came out of that. That was where it got really dark.
And that, Epstein may have fathered children that were then taken into weird churches and satanic things were done. Like, the accusations I'm reading, I'm just like, I'm not built for this.
And that's just one that you know about.
I'm not built for this.
Yeah.
I'm not built for it either.
It's unreal. Yeah. So it's, the more I'm actually starting to hear about it, I'm not actually sure I want to know the Epstein stuff now. I'm like, you know what?
Right?
I thought I really wanted to know all this stuff.
I thought I wanted to know, but here's now what's going on. Okay, so we know all this stuff. We're hearing all these names. And no one's getting in trouble. Like, they're not arresting anybody. Mm-hmm. They're not putting anybody up for being friends with Epstein. You can't throw somebody in jail because they emailed the sick fuck.
What it would take would be a huge name that's leaked out with proof. That's what would turn this entire thing on its ass.
I think all the people that have proof that may end up dead.
Yeah, it feels like it's a race that's going on right now. How much can you prove, and can you actually get these people in court? And then a lot of these people have international connections and passports, so you would imagine some of them might start running to those friendly countries where they're not going to be extradited, and they might just start kind of hanging out there.
I saw on TikTok, Jay-Z's already gone. Somebody, now, I don't know if that's true, but they were like, oh, Jay-Z's already gone.
You bring up a good point, though. A dead person is quite a silent person.
They're a good secret keeper.
They will not give you the details.
Yeah. So who knows? It is a wild ride, though.
It is just so heavy and so depressing.
It's dark. Yeah, it really is. It's probably not the feel-good story for everybody. So
we should do this on a Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more I can do.
That's when they always keep dropping the stories is on Friday.
They always do.
Happy weekend.
I'm like, motherfuckers, we can't drop this shit on Monday.
There's some idol worship.
I didn't read it over the weekend. Panda read it, and he was telling me some of the cliff notes, and I was like, you got to stop telling me because I got things to do. I can't have this in my brain.
It's crazy, huh?
Well, and I know I always bring up body cam stuff and like documentaries. They say the human brain shouldn't watch too much of this stuff because of the details of some of these cases are horrific. It fucks with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why sometimes you got to pull out that deep dive and be like, maybe not today.
Yeah, let me go get something else in my head.
I'm going to watch Willy Wonka today.
Go get some ice cream and go to the beach.
Yeah. Go pet a dog.
Go outside and hug a tree.
Exactly.
Do something else.
So let's talk iguanas.
They're hugging trees, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm seeing dead iguanas out. They're either dead or they are extremely sleepy.
Yeah, if they are not back up today, they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, man. It's such a polarizing topic. I can't believe on both sides, people don't kill living creatures. Kill living creatures that are invasive. I'm like, all right.
And Jan said, my friend is making the iguanas sweaters out of socks and putting them on them. I don't know what's going to happen when they wake up.
Now, that is some funny shit right there.
That is kind of funny. Yeah,
they wake up and they have a full outfit on.
Right, yeah. You're like, what's going on? Wearing disco pants? What the hell? Yeah, I have heard that, and
Amazing.
I know some people. You're even talking about people that were wrapping some of these iguanas in sweaters, blankets, things like that. But I guess I don't know enough about animals, but I didn't think that helped because I thought iguanas, they're like cold-blooded animals, right? And they don't generate their own body heat. So would a blanket do any good for them if they're not generating body heat? Does it help at all?
You got to build them a small fire.
Right. I think they really kind of need a heating blanket, a heating lamp, or something like that because they can't raise their own body temperature.
They need a log cabin that's got a very cozy scenery. No, me and Denny's were just talking about, you're talking about cold-blooded animals going back and legit learning shit from first grade to fifth grade. I think it's good for all of us to do. There's so much shit I should know that I forgot.
So boots won't help, but a warming blanket will.
Yeah, I just think you have to have a source of heat for them because that's why they love the pavement and things like that because it gets super hot. And they're like going, yeah, they're basking in it. They love it. It's all good for them because they just can't make their own body heat. So, yeah, putting a hat on them, they're not going to warm themselves up.
See, the thing that fucked up the iguanas is the fact that they are getting bigger, they're getting brazen, and they are destroying people's houses to a point where people are dropping $15,000 on their house because iguanas are fucking their shit up. That's when you start going, I don't give a shit what kind of fucking animal that is. You're fucking up my shit.
Yeah. Once it starts hitting you in the pocketbook, then you change your opinion about, they're a little creature. They deserve to live.
Let's see your opinion after they just eat your air conditioning.
Yeah, that's going to be $20,000.
The cold has been bad for the iguana numbers, though. American Iguana Management. I can't believe we've got such a place. But they collected 300 iguanas near Deerfield Beach. Iggy Trap gathered more than 1,400 over just 2 days.
Wow.
And Iguana Control removed hundreds from single municipal and HOA properties. And they took them and humanely euthanized them.
I mean, my whole thing is this. My heart and spirit go, all right, the iguanas didn't want to be here. Somebody brought them over here, and they like to fuck, and they like to multiply at a great level. And it's really not their fault, and it does suck because they are so demonized. And you're going, an iguana's just trying to iguana.
Yeah, just live their life.
Then they eat your air condition. And then you're like, fuck iguanas.
Yeah, you just never know. You just never know.
I draw the line. Anybody who eats my air condition, we ain't friends.
Oh, believe me, I am such a trippy, hippie, all peaceful. You eat my air condition, we got words. Iguana.
It's me or you.
I just looked over at my screen on KVJ TV on YouTube to try to read the chat room. And this happens to me sometimes too, where we'll put a video up and it will choose a thumbnail for you until we kind of get, the other thumbnails that we replace the original with. And it will always freeze on the worst photo of you. And I'm like, that's just the way it works. So if we have any luck, when we finish this episode of the After the Show, this will be Virginia's photo that will stay. How do you even get your face to do that? I looked at him like, what was she?
You don't think I've gotten a 5 p.m. text message from Virginia of a thumbnail I accidentally put up? Who the fuck put that thumbnail up?
I'm going to come over and eat your air conditioner if you don't change that thumbnail.
I'll keep an eye. I'll do you a solid. If that lands on your thumbnail today, if that's what we got, I'll go change that for you.
I'll be walking around here handing out dick punches. If that becomes the thumbnail, somebody's getting punched in the dick.
There was one thumbnail. I swear I was so innocent.
That's
it looked like I did it on purpose. And you sent me a text message going, seriously, who the fuck put this up? And I was the one that put, and I looked back and go, damn, she's got a point. I'm so sorry.
Got an email from Melissa. She said, who still has up the Christmas tree in their house? I do, and it's decorated for Valentine's Day now, and I have 100 grand candy bars hanging from it.
Aw, people do that. I like that. It's festive.
Yeah.
You just can't have it still with the Christmas decorations on it because that looks like you're so lazy. But if you switch it out to be like a Mardi Gras tree, in New Orleans, a lot of my friends do that. They switch it to be a Mardi Gras tree.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, my head still. I'm so scared of Virginia dick punch.
You don't even see it coming.
Oh my God.
I'm going to tell you that right now.
In this weather,
I'm like a ninja.
A dick punch, like a jab to the dick or balls would be horrific.
Well, then watch your thumbnail.
Christina said, I just had Valentine's Day cards printed at Walgreens for that were super inexpensive, and I'm going to be sending those out instead of the Christmas cards since I didn't get around to it last holiday. I have more time when it's not this time of year. The world needs more love, and my husband and I don't really buy into the whole spend a ton of money for Valentine's Day. So they do the family cards for Valentine's Day.
That's cute.
Okay. It's different, I guess.
Not as fun as jewelry, but okay.
Yeah.
Does every woman really want jewelry?
Yes.
So seriously.
I was quick.
That's a real, every woman wants jewelry.
Most of us.
Okay, that's a different answer than every woman.
I mean, even if she doesn't want jewelry, she can turn around and sell it, and every woman wants money.
that I agree with.
If you get something you don't love, you can sell it, ladies. I mean, jewelry has some value.
But does a woman like a jewelry or jewels or whatever you call that world? Do they like when their partner is involved picking it out, or do they like to be surprised? Basically, what would make you the most wet?
So you have to know your girl. Like, don't just go in and buy her something and you don't even know what kind of stone she likes or if she's a silver girl or a gold girl. Like, you have to do a little research on the front end and figure out something that'd be special. I was talking to a guy recently and he was telling me he was going to give his girl and his mom some meaningful jewelry with birthstones that were special to them. And I was like, oh, he really put thought into that. Like putting the kids and the grandkids' birthstones on things and giving that as a gift. Like, that is thoughtful and special.
Right.
But isn't that with every present? Imagine, let's take out jewelry. Imagine you just listen to your lover. They mention something in passing and you remember it and then you buy it for them. Just as good as jewelry, in my opinion.
Yes, I would agree. Listening and then writing something down and then 2 months later you give it to her as a gift. That is special.
But the key is to be sneaky and act like you're not even writing notes.
And making sure that your homegirl hasn't just already gone out and bought it for herself.
Fuck.
Because you took 2 months, you lazy fuck. Dick punch.
Boink.
I'm so scared. Seriously, that needs to be the next doing baby punishment is a dick punch.
Doink.
I mean, you don't even have to do it. We can get someone else to come in here.
Evelyn.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Way.
Evelyn Romo, where's she at?
There
I know
you
she's
go.
working afternoons now for our radio company, but I'm sure she would come in the morning. Special, just to dick punch you.
Dude, I feel like it would even be a speed bag challenge. It's not going to be just one hit.
All she needs is one.
Dude.
Got an email from Jeremy. He said, okay, let's break Virginia's brain really quick.
Oh, do I need a pen?
I think you need a calculator.
Oh, even
shit.
worse.
Back
You
out.
Fuck.
Back out, Kev. I would say drop it.
Terrible.
It says pick a number 1 through 273.
1 through 273.
All right. I kind of like where this is going.
All right. I'm going to pick 111.
111. That says you multiply that number by 2. And then, okay, got it.
That's pretty
Got
easy.
it. So far, so good.
Okay.
I think I'm still in it.
You add 10. Okay. And then you divide that number by 2. Okay.
You got this shit?
Now you subtract your original number. And if it's 5, you owe me a drink. And it better be a French 75. So I'm at 116. You had said 111. So that would be 5. Crazy little math game, huh?
Oh,
Wait.
dude, her brain.
Wait, I just now divided
Okay.
2 divided by 232.
Okay, so you picked a number 1 through 273. You said 111. You multiply that by the number 2.
Yep.
That'd be 222.
Okay.
Then you add 10, 232. Then divide that number by 2.
Okay.
And you're at 116, right?
116.
Now subtract your original number, which was 111, and then you get the answer of 5. And he called it, and he said, now you owe him a French 75.
Damn, I don't know how he did that.
I love it when I am not the stupid person publicly. By the way, I'm actually stupid. I don't understand this either. French 75? What are you talking about?
What if I would have picked a different number? Does it always just work out that way?
It must, yeah.
It's one of those tricks
It's
where...
one of those tricks where every number you pick,
well, you
stupid.
got me. You got me.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
If I would have picked like the number 7,
Yeah.
does it still work?
Yeah.
I wish my brain could process math because it is a fascinating thing. I mean, they say that is like the universal language. If we were ever going to be talking to people from another planet or galaxy, likely the only thing we'd really be able to communicate and understand would be numbers.
Oh, this show is screwed.
I know. That's what I thought, too. I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, of course, it's got to be numbers is like the only universal language. I can't speak that at all.
Well, you said French 75. I'm thinking it's a sex move.
Oh, the French 75 is a cocktail. It's a champagne and gin cocktail. It's delicious.
It could be a sex move, too.
It could. Bend over.
69, 5 fingers somewhere. How's my math?
Math good on that, yeah. And Ryan from Lake Worth said, I heard about Matthews Brewing. I'm an office assistant at a PR marketing management firm in Miami. We work with companies all over South Florida and around the world, so I've got an idea of which businesses are doing well and which ones are not. We work with small mom and pop pizza stores all the way up to the big companies, and we sponsored Sunfest like JetBlue and Tire Kingdom. And he said, everyone with gift cards to local stores and restaurants, you need to use them before this summer because a lot of places that we've come to know and love are most likely not making it past the slow season.
Wow.
Yeah, we talked about that. I remember I had that story about projected restaurants that are going to be doing the Chapter 11 and likely gone for good. I remember Outback was one of the ones that were on that.
Yeah.
I think, too, a lot of people are just selling their business or getting out of business.
Mm-hmm.
I also think there's a quality that's gone down. I think people, first of all, people aren't fucking idiots. They realize that the quality has gone down in some of these places.
And cream rises to the top.
Yeah. I mean,
the good ones make it and the mediocre ones don't.
I loved Outback. I loved Fridays. Something's off. Something's changed.
They just didn't stay competitively amazing. They stayed where they were, which was a mid-range place. And you've got so much competition in Palm Beach County. People doing fantastic things.
You know, what I think part of it is a challenge as well is when you start to franchise and you open up in these different places, your management is really everything. And to keep things at a high level of quality when you start expanding to that level, a lot of places struggle with that. That's why, to me, I prefer the more one-offs, the mom and pops, where it's a restaurant group that has 1 or 2 or 3 restaurants, because they're still heavily involved daily and they're looking at the quality control. It's not that they have franchises in states that is a 6-hour flight away. You know, they can drive right down the street and go look at the restaurant and be like, hey, we got to change all this stuff. What's going on? Or my manager here sucks. I got to get somebody new.
Well, mom and pops, they're literally singing for their supper. I mean, every decision they make is, you know, they're going to lose money or a franchise, I think, sometimes can dick around with stuff just because there's so much going on. Mom and pop, they gotta watch every dollar that comes in.
Mm-hmm. I really got to get on that bar rescue show that you appeared on because I went into Game Day Men's Health yesterday and they have a TV in there and they were running it and they had that John Taffer's his name. Is that right? And just even what I got out of 25 seconds of watching that show, he was going around and this new place was open up. He was weighing their chairs And he's like, your chair is 25 pounds. And he's like, you have somebody trying to maneuver this thing? He's like, that's absolutely ridiculous.
It's
he's like,
stupid furniture.
Right, yeah. And so he's like, that's got to go. And then he was talking about the wine. And he said, oxygen is terrible for the wine. So they had an aeration system that they put in. So air seals the wine bottles, and then they just pour. It's that machine. Have you seen that where it's like poured by the glass? Some places have that.
Yes.
And that was an addition that he made. I'm like, gosh, I would love this show because I'm so fascinated by all the little things that you can do that make a huge difference between a successful restaurant and one that tanks and sucks. And I don't know any of this stuff. I just know when it's good and when it's bad.
And he is such a guy on that show that's like yelling at everybody and all pissed off, and he's like giving it to but when we met him, like before they started taping, we were kind of in this big empty space that they had turned into a production room with all kinds of camera equipment, and it was where the crew was going to go sit and have their meals. He came in there ahead of time before we started filming, and he just hung out, was talking to us like the nicest guy, engaging, look you in the eye, so happy, thankful. Wow, he didn't have to do all that.
His big slogan is, shut it down. What would you do if all of a sudden you were at Hair Club and he walked in and goes, cut it down? How freaked out would you
cut it down?
like you're getting your hair cut.
Oh, okay. What is that? I don't know what that means. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what are you going to do to my hair?
Buzz cut.
What the fuck's happening right now?
He would not be cool with that.
Do not touch that.
It also not my best material.
He shut it down at the restaurant where I was because there was actual cross-contamination going on. They were preparing our chicken wings on a counter where they also were chopping like fresh fruit.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And he was like, shut it down. You're going to kill somebody.
Well, right.
That showed
we could hear him screaming because it was me and Franny sitting at the table. We could hear him screaming back in the kitchen. And then he comes out and he's like, I'm so sorry, ladies, but there's not going to be any dinner tonight.
I think
and we never got a bit of food because he shut it down. We did have a little cocktail, so I was happy for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that show has much success if every episode's keep it going. Like you're watching it to see
He's banking on these people that are working in the kitchen not being trained properly and not being taught that you can't prepare raw chicken on the same counter that you're cutting watermelon.
It just seems like, oddly enough, a lot of times the restaurant industry does welcome in people that are novices and they don't really know this. They get fanciful about it. And look, I realize my limitations. That's why, even when my wife heard, I was like, hey, Matthews is closing down. She's like, do they want to sell it? I'm like, no, we're not.
We're not buying Matthews.
She was trying to get
right away. I'm like, thank God.
She's been itching to own a bar.
I'm the exact opposite. So I hate every time and I text David right away and he's like, nah, it's already gone. This thing's not going to be. I'm like, thank God.
He's selling the property to another endeavor.
Right. Meredith's in the chat. She said, I know someone who bought a pizza place a few months ago and you can tell he regrets it and he's getting scared. I don't think they're going to make it through the slow time. And that's, I know, I'm like, I don't need any more stress. I don't need anything else that's going to suck my money away. I'm like, I've got enough things. I got enough stress. I got enough things that are eating up all my money.
I'm just trying to not get fired from this sinking Titanic that is radio.
Right. I'm like, you'll kill me. If you get a place, honestly, I'm dead. I
will
know
die.
It. I am going to die. I am poor.
I always wonder that, especially even with mom and pop places that are not doing well. You'll go in there, there's tumbleweeds, especially if you like it and you go there often and you never see a lot of people there. You go, how are they making their nut?
How are they paying their rent?
The rent alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually you got to sell drugs out of the back.
You got to sell drugs. You got to sell the cane.
Where's this restaurant?
Yeah. There have been a few. I remember way back in the day, there was this there's been two that I was very suspicious of. One is on Palm Beach Lakes in West Palm Beach. It is where now the it's not what is the name of the place that serves up all the meat in the bowl and they wrap up Chipotle, yeah, it's where the Chipotle was. I don't know if you remember, but it used to be a Mexican restaurant there, a different building, and they were open forever. I went there, I remember probably 26 years ago, and we were in there. There was no one else in there, but that place was always open. Nothing has ever happened, probably for about 8 to 10 years, without one patron ever I saw. I'm like, how in the hell are they open? And then there was another one, I think it was called King Crab, and it was also on Palm Beach Lakes. And it was over by
the Best Buy.
Yes, now there's a car wash that's standing where it was.
Yes.
Same thing with that. There would be one car there.
That place looked gnarly.
And it was open for 15 plus years without anyone ever being in there. And it would always say open. It wasn't that it was closed. I'm like, there's no way. How the hell are they open?
I wouldn't eat that fried rice with your mouth.
Well,
that place looked disgusting.
I've told you guys about a place out west here in Palm Beach County. It's a Chinese restaurant. I'm convinced it's a front of something. It's two Italian guys running it. Like, where's that fucking lo mein at? Put some marinara on it. I'm like, this is not. I don't know if this is. It just doesn't seem. Something seems off when you walk in there.
You've already said too much.
I'll be dead by tomorrow.
It's crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, best to everybody out there. Bob at the Sugar Tit Moonshine said, yeah, it's a slow time now and it sucks. And I guess probably a little bit further up north, it would be their slow time. This should be our booming time here. But, you got that pressure that every day you got to make so much money above and beyond because when we get into June or whatever, it's just, it's like, you pull the brakes on it.
I think it's nice that you get to work for yourself. That's cool. But you're right. If you know you have a slow season coming up, that sucks. That sucks donkey dick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, donkey snout. I'm trying to clean up my language.
Yeah.
Why stop now?
Right.
This has been a filthy podcast.
We've had this long enough, yeah.
Filthy. I think I might have sworn more in this podcast than anyone.
At least we're consistent.
And Ryan's ultimate point with his email was he said, you see the lawyer commercials, they're smiling and breaking in the money. He said a lot of the problems is the insurance on top of it. The insurance is driving up people's rents and everything else. And it's just the profit margins are so low now while these law firms are raking in the cash. And
damn.
Yeah, that's the one thing I have noticed. They advertise like crazy. So it doesn't mean that they're losing money. They are making a lot of money. And yeah, the lawsuit game it's kind of out of control. That's why I was saying my thing, we were talking about if you could make something 15% cheaper, insurance is out of control in America, and especially in Florida right now.
But I really do feel bad for anybody renting because most of my friends rent and they are getting their dick or clit kicked in constantly. I'm sorry again. I'm trying to clean up my language. But yeah,
as he says dick and clit, he's got the balls to say, I'm trying to clean up my language.
But seriously, they're strong. I feel very, very bad and heartbroken for them.
It's a heartbroken time to think about. Can you imagine if you're trying to save up money to put a down payment on a house?
Yeah.
And then all this inflation is happening. You're like, what the fuck?
And then you go to see the house you're about to buy. You go, oh, cool. It has a half a bathroom and one half of a toilet.
And now I'm in a bidding war.
Yeah.
With a New Yorker who's paying cash.
A half a toilet.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. Crazy times. Well, thank you for all the emails. Appreciate them. You can send them to us. Mail at KVJShow.com. A couple days left, and we got another weekend on deck. Can't wait for it. We'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Goodbye.